Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Fair you sacked. Fair you sacked. Fair you sacked. Fair you sacked.
So Lamar, last time we spoke to you, you said as far as contract talk, it would end week one. Is that what's going to happen? Or are you cutting or pausing contract talks until the end of the season?
As of right now, we're still talking. The week's not over yet, but soon, probably be a deadline. Probably be cut off after this week.
Lamar, some high-profile players going into a contract here in the past have taken out an injury insurance policy. Dak Prescott did it a few years ago. Deshaun Jackson did it years ago. Is that something you've done to protect your value on the field, but also, in case something would happen that would hurt that value?
Yeah, I haven't thought about any injuries or anything like that. I just came off one last season, and I'm feeling pretty good this season. I don't even want to put that in the atmosphere. Yeah, so on to the next question on that one.
It's that simple. We'll think about it because it's reality.
I should have just stayed with you on that one.
Just follow.
No, I know, I'm just playing. But yeah, I will be doing that. I will follow up on that to both of y'all questions.
What has this whole process been like, of just handling it yourself while you're also preparing and working on the field?
I mean, it's business, so it's just been business the whole process. Just taking a day at a time. Whenever we meet, stuff like that.
So Lamar, when you say deadline, after this week, are we talking, kickoff, or are we talking, Friday, Saturday?
Kickoff, I would not be talking about a contract.
Absolutely.
I'm thinking straight Jets around kickoff time.
So as far as a deadline in your
The
mind,
end of this week, Friday.
The decision to not have an official agent during this, was that just a comfort level
Yeah.
deal? And sort of how has that affected the talks, I guess, having being more hands-on with it yourself?
I mean, I'm comfortable, but it's probably different because it's your quarterback, not an agent, an NFL agent, stuff like that. But I've been pretty cool. Eric's been pretty cool with it.
Come on, when people talk about your contract and if something doesn't get done, you're not signed going into the year, people go, how big of a risk is this? Do you feel this is any kind of a risk of not having a contract signed before the start?
I mean, it was a pretty big risk last season, the year before. I wasn't thinking about contract negotiations around that time. This season's gonna be the same thing. But I'm just playing football. Anything can happen. But God forbid, the wrong thing happen. I'm keeping God first and just playing ball like I've been doing.
Lamar, there are other players around the league that also represent themselves. Have you been in
Still talking
contact
about me
with
represent
them?
myself? it ain't nothing else. No, I'm just playing. Go ahead. Finish your question.
No, I just want to know if you talk to other players that represent themselves to kind of get their perspective of how they've handled negotiations.
No, not at all. I'm a different player than any one of the other players who represented themselves. So, no, I haven't.
Do you feel like you guys are close, or does it feel miles apart?
I don't know.
No update?
No, I don't know.
I think he's addressed enough about the contract. And when I talk Jets,
Sounds like Joe Flacco starting for the Jets.
No, he said no.
one more on, just to follow up on that.
On what?
On
Jets?
On Morgan's question. Do you
Look, I
feel? Just one more. Do you feel, or how much closer do you feel now, as opposed to when you started this process, maybe at the beginning of training camp or the last few weeks? How much closer do you feel now toward a potential agreement?
I have no clue. You have to ask the guy who I'm talking to. Talk to the gym about that.
Lamar, you are going against Joe Flacco this week. Just your thoughts on going against him and what he meant to you as a rookie and kind of bringing you in this league and mentoring you.
Actually, Ryan, I'm not going against Joe. The defense is. I'm going against the Jets defense. But, he meant a lot. Playing with the Super Bowl quarterback, seeing what he did on the field, stuff like that, how he took apart the game, took apart practice and stuff like that. Seeing him sling the ball from one side of the field to the next side of the field, from the 20 to the opposite opponent's 20. It was ridiculous, and it'd be a great center.
Lamar, last season didn't end the way that you wanted it to.
You've been very clear all along. Your goals are the biggest goals possible. Are you starting to feel impatient to get to those goals, to get to that last game of the season?
I've always been impatient ever since draft night. But you got to take it a game at a time, a practice at a time, a week at a time. We can't peak too soon. That's what coach preaches each and every day, each and every meeting. So we just gonna keep it that way. Take it a day at a time until we achieve that goal.
Lamar, other than yourself, you had to pick a player you think will have a big season this year. Who would it be and why?
The Ravens offense, the Ravens defense, the Ravens special teams. Just because we're hungry, and just like my guy said, the season didn't end well for us last season. So yeah, all of us.
Quarterback transitions going from a guy who's been here for a while, won a Super Bowl, to a first-round pick can be awkward in spots, but it never seemed like there was much awkwardness between your situation. Obviously, Bill got hurt in the end. How did you get along right off the bat? How would you say your relationship sort of developed throughout the course of the year, and you avoided any of that potential, awkwardness in the situation?
I mean, it was he was still the starter, when I got here. It was nothing awkward going on in the locker room. If I asked the question in the meeting room or something like that, he'd give me an answer. It was no pettiness going on with Joe. He was being professional, a real professional quarterback. So it was all good.
Well, just at a big picture level, how would you describe the eagerness that you and this team have to get things started?
Very eager. We're tired of going against each other, practicing against each other, waking up early to see each other all day, not seeing another opponent. We're very eager right now. But we're going to take it. We can't peak too soon. We got to take it a day at a time, though.
Obviously, your expectations are always high, for you and this team. Just how do you kind of handle that going into a new season?
How I've been doing it each and every season, not worried about the outside noise, just playing my game, and we just doing our thing, not worried about no one else, just focus on the Ravens.
Lamar, this is the first time you've gone into a season without having taken any preseason snaps. How does that impact the way you prepare?
It won't impact me at all, I don't think so. I just haven't got tackled. That's about it, but I'm going to still do what Lamar do, as always.
Lamar, I know you're always optimistic about how things are going to turn out as far as the new guys on the field. But are you intrigued to see how these new parts come together when you're playing another team, for for the first time?
To be honest with you, no. I just want to go out there, let our guys go out there, show what they've been, what got them here. Just do our thing. I'm not really looking for to see how he play or see what he do out there. I just want to score points and, win the games.
How's the chemistry been talking about himself?
It's been wonderful. It's been wonderful. He's looking pretty good. To be honest, he's a fast center. I told you guys this before. He's a fast center, and he's smart, very smart, man. He catches on very fast, and I'm looking forward to it this season.
Lamar, it looks like Ronnie's getting closer and closer to being back. How does that make you feel, knowing that your staple left tackle is close to being back on the field?
Oh, it made me feel great, not having him a whole season, a whole season, and part of the year, 2020 when he went down, part of that year. So it'd be great having him back. But we got Jawan right now, and he's looking pretty good, But like I said, looking forward to seeing running back out there.
Talking about guys who are eager to play, what have you seen from J.K. and how good is he looking to you out there on the field?
Day by day, he's getting better. I told him I want him to slow down, but he's looking pretty good. So hopefully he'll be out in a couple of weeks. I'm looking forward to that guy, and he's very eager to play. I guess he's been hearing a little outside noise. He ready to go, and I'm ready for him to go too.
All right, good.
Appreciate you.
So basically, and that was fair use, Zach. So basically, I wanted to play that because this is the problem with today's media. You're asking him the same dumb questions. He's told you before is that my deadline is, when the start of the season happens. He's not in no rush. He wants to get a contract done, but he's not going to take a contract that devalues what he is. Now, people out there may feel like, oh, well, he's not an effective thrower, and when he is. Everyone says, oh, he's in a system that benefits him, when he's not. If you go back and watch him at Louisville, his system was a spread. See, this is the thing. We've been debunking the media so much, people are starting to realize, man, these guys have a narrative. Yeah, they do. The thing with the Ravens is, and what I've been saying is, they need to open the playbook. They need to open their sets up. They have to start doing more spread. They got to do more rollouts, more things that are to his strengths. When you go into a game with a game plan, the whole thing is to make your quarterback feel comfortable as possible, because the defense is going to make sure that he's uncomfortable. But see, this is the same thing that's a question for us. And I hate to make it a color thing. I really do. I don't like making it a color thing. The reason I bring up colorism a lot on my page is because this is what really goes on in the real world. You know, people have got to get their head out their ass and start seeing the truth. But you guys don't want to see the truth. Y'all rather follow a lie, a narrative, because it sounds so easy and simple. They kept asking him for 4 minutes about his goddamn contract and about him representing himself. What's wrong with him representing himself? I represent myself. Others represent themselves when they're doing business with people. That's what you're supposed to do. You would want to hire a lawyer, a real lawyer, who knows how to look for the in and out of a contract, the in and out of the business deal. Are you going to get more on the front end or the back end? What's your residual income? All of this stuff is key. But see, this is the thing that they're not talking about. Lamar Jackson, because I guess he's dark-skinned and he speaks with a drawl like I do, because we're both from Florida, but his draw is more deeper than mine. However, they take that as lack of intelligence. No, dude, I got plenty of people around me who can't speak a lick, can't spell a lick, can't put a lick together. But they're smart as hell when it comes to those numbers, when it comes to breaking down the geography of something, or the geometry of something, or the trigonometry of something. They're able to do that at the highest level that you can be or see. But because he's a black quarterback, they're trying to put out there, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. No, they want him to take a Russell Wilson and a Kyler Murray token Negro deal. That's what they want him to take. They don't want him to take a real deal where it comes from he needs to get paid his money. He does. He deserves his money. And like I tell Raven fans and tell everybody, if you don't want him and feel he still has something to prove, let him go. Let him go. Let him go test the market. Since it's so easy to find an elite quarterback, an MVP winner, plus an MVP candidate in all 4 seasons that he's played in, but that's easy to go find. I didn't hear none of this talk about Peyton Manning. I never heard none of this talk about Aaron Rodgers. I've never heard none of this talk about no goddamn Joe Flacco. Y'all gave him the money quick when he wasn't even the real reason y'all won. I never heard Eli Manning getting this much hate for a contract. But when it comes to the black quarterbacks or the mulatto quarterbacks, oh, they can't get a damn deal done. Especially if the mulatto looks darker than the light skin, looks darker than his white side. So they get a rawer deal. And King Magnus, shout out to King Magnus. I love that man because he doesn't see color. He's a white man from Australia, but you know what? I don't even consider him a white man. I consider him a man. Because he's a man, he knows, he sees the BS. He doesn't like it. He doesn't believe that your skin tone should dictate whether you're good for the job or not, which I'm the same way. I don't care if you're black, white, yellow, purple, green, orange. If you could get the damn job done, you are going to play or you're going to be in business. But see, the guy had to come out who was directing the press conference and had to tell them, look, that's enough of a damn contract talk. See, this is why the media today is garbage. You should have had one person ask the question about the contract. Move on. Now ask about the Jets. Ask how effective can they be for the Jets. What are they going to do to the Jets? How are they going to counter the Jets? Go over the game plan and everything. See what he can tell you certain keys about the game. No, you dumbasses want to go straight talking about the contract, talking about that he taking insurance out on himself. Dog, these football players have insurance, so if they get hurt, they're covered. Do you not know that? They're covered. They have to have that on their body. But I guess y'all feel Lamar Jackson is dumb. He don't know what A and B is, C or D. And then people have this narrative he can't throw. He can throw from the pocket. The problem is he's in a system with a dumbass coordinator who doesn't know how to call pass plays. Very good at the run game. Very good at getting the tight end and running backs involved. He's always been good at that. But as far as getting your receivers, the guys on the outside who can get you more yardage, he's an F at that. And he's always been an F at that. So we need to wake up and smell the coffee of this narrative that's going on. Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray signed a terrible deal. They signed a terrible deal. They didn't get fully guaranteed. And you know why? Because they're token Negroes. They let the man, they let the people of the organization lowball them. And they did. They did. So then we got into him talking to Jets. Then they tried to ask about Joe Flacco, if him and Joe had beat. Why would him and Joe be awkward around each other? Why would they? Joe Flacco was still the starter. Joe Flacco's been stinking it up for the past 4 years before Lamar got there. He had that one Super Bowl run and everybody think he's the greatest. It's like Eli Manning. He had 2 Super Bowl runs, now he's the greatest. No, you had a great team around you. You had a great slew of talent. Y'all just finally put it together when it mattered. And they did. So then they tried to ask him, is he facing Flacco? I get tired of this. Quarterback versus quarterback. No, it's the quarterback for both teams going against the defense of the other team. I wish people would stop with this cockamamie bullshit about you're going against the quarterback. No, he's going at the defense. That's the point. And see, this is the problem with everybody. This is the problem with the media. The media has gotten so dumb that they go with narratives. They don't even ask the real questions. They don't ask real questions. You got people trying to compare his situation to Dak and all of these guys. Listen, when it comes to the man, the brother man, getting his contract and stuff, it's always a problem. It is. You know, we got to get lowball, but everybody else like Carson Wentz and all these other guys, they could get a deal done anytime they want, right? Anytime they want, they could get a deal done. But us, we got to wait. We got to wait, and we need an agent. He don't need an agent. An agent is good to have because they can handle your business while you're out there playing and doing that. But really, you don't need an agent. You don't need a sports agent. All you need is a lawyer who's good at reading documents and reading, of course, the contracts, because agents would do the same thing. They would just go to a lawyer. So Lamar basically does the same thing without, if he had an agent, it's getting done the same way. There's nothing different. The problem is the Ravens don't want to pay him a fully guaranteed contract. Because I know that's what it is. Or a contract that's close to guaranteed, like if they give him a $300 million contract, probably a 280, 290 sign it, like basically guaranteed. That's what he probably wants. You know, but I don't know. I'm not in there. I'm not a fly on the wall. I wish I can be. So let me know in the comment section, what did you think about the interview? I thought it was a terrible press conference. I thought those people in the media, they need to do a better job. They need to find better questioning. They should have been talking about the game and the season more than his contract, because it is what it is. It's going to get done and not get done. And then we'll wait till next offseason to see if it gets done. Like I said, I believe they're going to franchise tag him twice, and I believe he's going to walk, and he's going to go play for the Dolphins or somebody. So Thank you guys for listening. Make sure and I want to hear in your comment section what you thought about the interview. Did you think it was professional? I mean, not the interview, the press conference. Did you think it was special? Did you think it was good? Did you think it was great? Let me know. So thank you for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit that notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you guys love what you hear, you can donate to the page by going to my description box, hitting that link in the Cash App. Hitting that link, that'll take you to my Cash App where you could donate whatever your heart's desire, anything you want. Shout out to Zach Kidd for his donation. Now, whenever we have a live or premiere video, you guys can super chat right then and there. But if you come after the video and you wanted to super chat, just go hit the super thanks button. The super thanks button works just like the super chat. So thank you guys, man, for your support, your love and blessings, man. We are out. Diesel.